The Immortal Epic of Anand. Dark was the night and quite fearsome the atmosphere. The howling of jackals faded into the weird laughter of unearthly beings. Flashes of lightning revealed ghastly faces. But King Vikram did not serve. He climbed the ancient tree and brought down the corpse. However, as soon as he began crossing the desolate cremation ground, with the corpse lying astride on his shoulder, the vampire observed, O king, why are you toiling like this? For whom are you undertaking this mission? Does that person for whom you are toiling really deserve this? I am reminded of Prince Ananga who tried to help a man, Anand. Listen to his story. The vampire went on. In Anantagiri, there lived Anand, whose only ambition was to hear people praising him that he was a great person. Earlier in life, he and his family were under poor circumstances, but an enterprising man that he was, Anand, by dint of hard work, made himself rich, though one would not call him wealthy. He had managed to build a huge house. He gave his wife more ornaments than what she would need. His children did not feel any want. Now, Anand had a lot of free time for thinking. He imagined that he had achieved great things. At the same time, what bothered him was that people were not accepting his achievements and giving him due recognition. So, whenever he met somebody, he himself began to telling them about his life and achievements. What efforts he took to rise from the depths of poverty, what trials and tribulations he went through. Most of his listeners did not react or respond, they merely remained silent. A few others could see parallels in their own lives and start narrating them to Anand. Some others remarked, You must be aware that there are many people in this kingdom struck with poverty. Once, a scholar by name Parameshwar came to the village to give a discourse on the Ramayana. He became popular, and many villagers invited him to their houses and entertained him. Anand, too, invited him once to his house, and while talking to him, he remarked, In your discourse on the Ramayana, I have a doubt. Lord Rama's difficulties are all associated with his private life. He faced a lot of problems and made many sacrifices for the sake of his own family. Such problems are faced by many people on this earth. If that be the case, why did the Ramayana become famous and not the life stories of other people? Why do people worship Rama alone as God? To which Parmeshwar replied, You go to every house here and you will find whatever is given in the Ramayana being enacted there. People are adamant and will not go for a give and take policy. Women folk are given to jealousy and selfishness. All this leads to manifestations like demons and devils in every family. It will be interesting to listen to their experiences. Rama was an incarnation and he came down to earth to protect people and punish demons. He was instrumental in making common people do great things. If the experiences of those whom you refer could be put to verse, like the Ramayana, people may compare them with Lord Rama. I am not aware of any composition on such people. Oh, respected master, may I tell you my life story and will you write about me? Then people who will read that will praise both you and me, said Anand. Parameshwar asked him to narrate his life story. He realized that Anand was innocent but naive. But he did not want to disappoint him. He suggested that Anand should himself compose verses on his own life since he had the talent. Parameshwar pointed out, Rama did not compose verses on himself. So, if you compose verses on your life and achievements, you will certainly be greater than Rama. Inspired by this advice, Anand wrote several verses about his life and showed them to his wife. But she was not at all impressed. She said that Ramayana verses were very sweet to listen to. This made Anand think that the verses composed by him should be sung by his grandsons like Lava and Kusha, who sang the glories of Lord Rama. But his grandsons did not like to sing the verses composed by him. Now Anand became obsessed with his writings. He desperately wanted others to listen to his verses, but whenever he approached anybody in the village, he ran away from him. Anand now started looking for ardent listeners outside his village and set out for the adjoining village. On the way, he saw a man lying on the road unconscious. He took pity on the young man and immediately took him to a village doctor. Anand nursed him for 4 days. When he regained consciousness, the young man expressed his gratitude. If you hadn't rescued me, I would have been dead by now. I don't know how I will repay my indebtedness. Anand waited for some time and said, I have written an epic. You will be doing me a great service if you will only listen to my reading. The young man enjoyed the narration, interjecting his appreciation in words like wonderful and excellent. I have realized one of my ambitions, remarked Anand. I don't know when my second wish would be fulfilled. What is that? Queried the young man. Let me help you fulfill that too. You may not be able to help me, said Anand in a pitiful voice. Only the king of the land will be able to help me. To which the young man responded, I may not be the king, I am the prince, and he may heed my word. Anand's joy knew no bounds when he realized that he had saved the life of none other than the prince, and hence he thought he could make use of his influence to popularize his immortal epic. The prince was, however, aghast when Anand told him point blank that the king should recommend his epic to his subjects. He thought of a way out. How many people have by now listened to the epic? He asked plainly. Some 12 persons, my friend, replied Anand. All right, we will take steps to see that the rest of the 10 lakh population also heard it and made their comments, said the prince. But you must give me a promise that you won't write another epic before all those people have listened to your work. Anand agreed. The next day, they travelled to the palace where the prince introduced him to the king. He also announced to the public that Anand was greater than the author of the Ramayana, and whoever wanted to read his immortal epic could take it from him. But whenever anybody went to the prince, he said the script had been lost in a fire. Thus, Anand's so called epic was only known to the people without anybody actually reading it. The vampire paused here and asked, O king, if the prince did not like Anand's verses, why did he take it and yet did not give it to anyone to read? Why did he tell a lie that it was destroyed in a fire? In spite of knowing the answers, if you still remain silent, your head will be blown into pieces. Vikram replied, The prince was aware that Anand's verses were deplorable and did not deserve to be read at all. Since he did not want to be impolite to Anand, who had saved his life, he took it from him. As he felt that they were not worth reading, he lied that the script was lost. As soon as Vikram gave this reply, the vampire, along with the corpse, gave him the slip. Thank you very much.